Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm so glad to hear this morning. Boy, do we have a great show lined up. But first, our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. It's going to be, well, this whole week, like we said yesterday, it's sort of going to be stormy and unsettled. And at first, they're predicting like 80% chance of rain today and then tomorrow and all. But it's really going to be about 20 to 30% chance of rain throughout the week. So just, be aware of that. We're in early March, and that's what March is about, coming in storming. I said this over and over again. It comes in like a lion and leaves like a lamb, as the old timers used to say. High today is going to be 76, low will be 61, and our water temperature is at 61. I'm going to go ahead and break the news now because we'll talk about it more later, but they caught some pompano off the pier Saturday morning. A group of folks from Ozark, Alabama came down and caught them. Showed us locals how to catch them, but I got some pictures and all I'll show you later. But now don't get excited. This is not the main run, but they did catch a few pompano Saturday morning off the pier about mid-morning. On live shrimp, about 8 pilings out, if you want to be exactly what they're doing. Let's take a look at our river readings. The Apalachicola of Bluntstown, it's falling a little bit, and we're going to be in good shape. For today, if you want to go fishing today, it'd be excellent. It's reading right at 11 foot. It's dropping on down, and now let's look at the Choctawhatchee at Caryville. It's dropping a little bit overnight. It's at a 7 foot, and it's going to level on off to about 6 foot. It's going to be in good shape. Tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. Their motto is when caring counts, looking on the screen right there. Today is March the 10th, and we have we're just getting out of these neap tides now. We're getting into some good tides for the weekend, so it looks really good. At the time today, 12:55 would be the low tide, and 10:51 would be the high tide. We only got about a 0.8 foot range. The marine forecast will be south-southeast at about 10 to 13, so be aware of that, and that takes care of our weather. We're going to take a break and come back with our special guest. Welcome back. Glad you're with us this morning. It's two special guests, and we're going to get them started and all. But Douglas Dick, good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Coach?
Douglas is now a freshman at Troy University. He was on the show last year, one of the students of the month, but he's being active and all, and we're going to get to what he's doing. And Jeep Sullivan.
Thanks, Coach.
Jeep Sullivan, I've known him a long time. Jeep's up there around the Holmes County area, and he's familiar with a lot of faces and just does a tremendous job with the wounded warriors. And these two guys have gotten together, so I'm going to let them talk a little bit and tell us what's going on. And I'm just excited to bring this to you on this Tuesday morning. So, Douglas, first of all, how's school?
It's great, Coach.
You like being a college boy now?
Yes, sir. Just living the dream.
Well, number one, how's your grades?
Good, pretty good.
Okay, pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, now you're in a fraternity up there.
I am. I pledge Alpha Tau Omega, so Ree-Raw.
ATO.
Yes, sir.
Now tell us a little bit about what y'all are doing.
Yeah, so essentially we're doing Walk Hard, which is our main philanthropy event. And we have 19 guys who are actually walking from Troy all the way to Panama City on foot. So it's 128.3 miles.
You said they couldn't get a ride down here?
I guess not. They just want to go to the beach that bad. So. But no, they're actually walking for our buddy Mr. Jeep, which has an awesome organization, which he'll tell you about. But
okay, it is awesome. And I've known Jeep a long time, and he just didn't start doing good things. He's been doing good things a long time. Jeep, you're originally from Arcadia.
Yes, sir. Well, I grew up between Fort Myers and Arcadia.
Now, if you folks know the state of Florida, that is the old cowboy belt. The cattle farmers and all, and ranchers. And I've seen you on a horse before.
Yes, sir.
You know how to handle a horse, right?
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on one, but I used to know how to handle one pretty good.
And you've been up here home, coming here to the Gracefield Bible Institute?
Yes, sir. It was BBI when I started,
Uh-huh.
and then graduated. It was FBTC when I got finished.
All right, Wounded Warriors, and that organization, started a little while back, and I've been blessed to have been on a couple of trips with different people volunteering, and we've taken some fishing and all. And you've gone a step further. You sort of doing it. Tell us about what you're doing.
Well, we started a company and ministry almost 3 years ago. It's a nonprofit, and I guess the base of it is that we we gather these warriors, these soldiers, and we've done from World War II to the guys coming home now. And we take them hunting, fishing, playing golf. We're around 5K runs. A lot of them can't run, or they'll get out. Like yesterday, they were out there walking. We had warriors out there walking with the guys from Walk Hard from Troy University, and just a great bunch of guys. It's an honor to get up every morning and go to work. It's one of those kind of jobs that you just you dream about, and it's happened.
Well, we're going to talk a lot more about it, but the basic of it is both of these men, they're different ages, of course, but they're both doing the same thing. They're helping their fellow man, and this is what we talk about this all the time with Panhandle Outdoors, doing things with other people. Here's a testimonial right here of these two guys doing it. So, your guy ATO, one thing about in college. It is so neat to see all these sororities and fraternities doing good things.
Yes, sir.
How did y'all choose this one? Was it your idea or what?
Well, we actually we were contemplating between 3 different organizations, and as a chapter that we decided to vote, and it came down to Mr. Jeep and another guy for our main philanthropy this year, and Mr. Jeep won out. So a lot of guys believed in him and what he was doing, and it's turned out really well. It's been a fun ride so far, I'd say. Yes, sir.
All right, this is good. So they're walking from Troy to Panama City Beach. When they've already started, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so and y'all are in spring break this week. Troy's
Yes,
in
sir.
Spring break.
Mhm.
And can I say something on that?
Sure.
These guys are they're walking 128.3 miles. You can't
Yes, sir.
forget that .3. They're walking 128.3 miles, and they're doing it on their spring break. And they ended up in Bonifay last night. 70 miles, I think, is about
Yes, sir,
where they're at
sounds-
right now. They broke the halfway mark now, and they're doing something like you just said, Coach. To help their fellow man, and also the warriors that were there last night. Stood up and thanked these guys, these young guys right here, college guys. That most of them are coming to the beach to drink and party and getting all kind of stuff, and that's not what they're about. And that's a neat part about this fraternity. And I'm learning about ATO, and I think theirs and one other fraternity is a non-alcoholic frat house. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Dry
house.
I remember, we talked about that at school last year.
Yes, sir.
You wanted to get a place like that. And
Yes, sir.
That's really cool. Hey, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with these guys. All right, welcome back. So here with Douglas Dick and Jeep Sullivan. Douglas is a freshman at Troy University with the ATO fraternity, and Jeep Sullivan runs a Wounded Warrior. What's the name of your outfit?
Jeep Sullivan's Wounded Warrior Outdoor Adventures.
Outdoor Adventures with Wounded Warrior. So these two guys have gotten together, and ATO, they're walking from, they couldn't catch a ride, so they're walking from Troy to Panama City. Well, how much money y'all trying to raise?
Yeah, our goal is actually $15,000 this year.
$15,000 that we're going to donate to the Wounded Warrior Project.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
That's good stuff. So we got a couple of pictures here. This is all. It looks cold up here. Is that up in Troy?
Yes, sir.
What happened here now?
Yeah, well, this was our send-off Friday morning at 8 a.m., and it was 27 degrees. It was absolutely freezing, but we had our 19 guys get all geared up, and we actually prayed over them and sent them off with a police escort. So they're on their way bright and early.
I bet, they were walking real fast to get into some of this warmer weather. So get out of that cold South Alabama. Okay, I got another picture. Let's see. That's sort of the same kind of picture. This is just the same one, or is there a different group there?
Yeah, that's
the same one.
Same
Okay. All right, now, Jeep, tell us about this. Was Sunday afternoon?
Yes, sir.
Sunday afternoon. Tell us about this.
This is where the guys are coming in to Bonifay. It's between Esto and Bonifay up on Highway 79. And we had about 6 warriors that come yesterday afternoon. They came and just spent some time with the guys that were walking. That's my wife and another warrior there on the left, and one of the walkers. And that guy was struggling a little bit. I think he had injured his ankle a little bit, and the warrior got out there and just kind of gave him a little incentive to keep going.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So what time will we expect you to get down here in Panama City?
Yes, sir. Well, they should get to the pier at Pier Park on Wednesday, tomorrow, around 2 p.m. So we're going to have a little celebration for anyone who'd like to come out and support that. But
good deal. And some of you folks, I know, especially out that way, a lot of y'all watch the show about 2 p.m. at the pier.
Yes, sir.
That'd be really cool. Let me ask you this: as a freshman at Troy, what are some? You've been around some good folks, obviously.
Yes, sir.
And y'all doing some positive things. What are some other things that you've done up there this freshman year?
Yeah, well, I've gotten really involved with student government, so I've enjoyed that, and we'll run for another term, I guess, for the Senate next year. So that's been really fun, and just getting really involved in my church. Go to Troy Church.
Yeah.
So.
We mentioned this last year was on the show. I tell you folks, he was going to be a great young politician, but don't want to use politician. But that's the kind of young man that we need to get in politics and all. And, wouldn't you agree, G?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The Warriors spoke to all of them last night at our church up at First Baptist in Bonifay, and that's exactly what the theme of what we were talking to the guys.
Yeah.
You know, these are young leaders of what's coming up.
Yeah. So we appreciate you doing that. Now your Warriors, they're coming from all over the place.
Yes,
right? Tell us a little bit about them.
Well, we do some outside rehab with Walter Reed Hospital, and that's really really neat to see who we get from up there. We got them right now. We got them coming from New York, from Ohio, from Dallas, Texas, from all over our area, around the tri-state area. We probably got 40 or 50 guys, within 100 miles of here that, are all guys that have went off from here, hometown boys, close guys, and they love to hunt, they love to kill stuff, and love to catch stuff. So we try to put stuff in front of them to let them have some stuff to do.
I know you've had some great trips and all, but it goes back to the premise of this show, how the outdoors draws people together. We talk about it in our class. You get all kinds of people, but they have that common love and admiration and enjoyment of the outdoors. Yeah. And no matter what kind of shape they are in physically, they still want to get outdoors.
Yes, sir. They love it.
And I know you, like I say, you took them red snapper fishing last year during the season. They had a good time doing that, didn't they?
Yeah, they do. They all kind of stuff. They had a great time. They tore the snapper up. We had 9 guys go out. One of our great guys here in Panama City, and they did a great job taking them, and boy, it was fun.
Now, what do you got coming up? We're in spring turkey season. What you got coming up?
We got it coming. We'll start this weekend up in Alabama, and then we'll be in Mississippi. Then we'll be in Georgia, Alabama, South Dakota, and upstate New York. So we got 11 hunts. Yes, 11 turkey hunts coming up between now and the end of May. And we'll be in all those states, and we'll hunt approximately between 55 and 60 soldiers.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Now, who's going to do the calling?
Well, I do. Every time I get a chance, that's what I love. I think this turkey hunt's like cocaine to me.
I hear that all the turkey. I just had Ken Foster going, and they just have a passion for it, and so you're gonna get some different varieties of turkey too, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we'll be in we'll be in the Easterns. We'll be in Osceola, we'll be in South Florida in a couple of weeks, and then we'll be in Merriam's out in South Dakota.
Merriam, wow. Yeah. That's going to be exciting and all. Yeah. So we're going to put a website. If people want to donate to help on this, tell us how to do that.
Yeah, and anybody can donate. So basically, we have a GoFundMe page online, and that's www.gofundme.com/ATO Walk Hard, all lowercase. So,
okay.
Yeah.
This GoFundMe now, this is sort of catching on. A lot of people are doing with different projects and all. So we go GoFundMe and then ATO/.org, or is that how you do it?
/ATO Walk Hard.
Okay, so we're gonna put it across the screen. Yeah. Jeff can do that and all, because I can't remember all that. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to take our final break, and we'll be right back with these two guys. All right, welcome back. Sitting with Douglas Dick, freshman at Troy, ATO fraternity. And by the way, I had a good friend in college with ATO, a guy named Jack Youngblood.
Okay.
He ended up he started a small town in Monticello, ended up making All-Pro into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And I saw him not too long ago. And he's just like you. He's one of those guys that works hard and gives to other people.
Good. Yeah.
Jeep Sullivan of Wounded Warriors Jeep's done all kinds of good things in his life, and I think he really found this one right here. This is like the crowning event.
Yes,
this is cool stuff.
Yes, sir.
Let's take a look at our fishing game forecast before we get back to what these guys are doing. Brought to us by Mark Cowart of Edgewater Beach Realty. If you're going to be outdoors today, 4:06 this morning, going to wrap that one up. But this afternoon now, with this time change, you're going to have time from 4:30 to 6:30 to get outdoors and and do something outdoors. There'll be all kind of fishing going on that time of day. Some of y'all are off on Tuesday afternoon. So, okay, let's get back. We're talking about donating. If some folks can't donate by computer and all, Jeep, you brought up a good point. People walking down the road, tell us what's happened.
We saw it yesterday. It was amazing that the people coming north on Highway 79, the guys are coming, south, coming to us, and you could see them as they progress through that bunch of guys. They're in different groups. They, fast walkers, slow walkers, and the fast walkers, they kind of would look, catch them, get their attention, and then as they got back through the bunch of guys, the last few guys people were just stopping, handing them checks and cash, and when they were finding out why they're walking, it's benefiting some good stuff. So
that's really great. That's wonderful. And also, tell us about some of the guys that are walking. Some of your buddies and all. Tell us about some of them.
Sure. Yeah. Well, we've got 19 guys from seniors to sophomores, and a couple guys from my pledge class because we pledged in the fall, and some of our older guys. We actually have a brother who's pushing 23. His name is Mitchell.
That's an old man.
Super funny guy. So we always joke around that he was in Jesus' pledge class because Jesus would have been ATO. So yeah, these guys are high in spirit from what I've heard, and I've been in communication with all of our guys, and I've been talking to a lot of them, and they're struggling a little bit, of course.
Oh yeah, that's a long walk. That's a real long walk, really. Now listen, where are they staying tonight?
Well, last night they stayed at our Holmes County health clinic. It's a free health clinic we have at First Baptist Church Bonifay. It's an old house.
Yeah.
And a single floor, the bottom floors where they want no stairs after walking 70 miles. Yeah. And they stayed there last night. Tonight they'll be at Ebenezer Baptist Church down in the valley below Vernon. And then Tuesday night they'll be at the sanctuary down below Ebro.
Okay.
And, so another church down there.
And then they're going to be coming on in to Panama City Beach at the pier about middle afternoon, Wednesday afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Afternoon. And tell us a little bit about that. What all expected? You're going to have some folks there?
We have General McQueen that is going to keynote, just give a little speech telling the guys, the ATO guys, thank you for what they've done. And we'll have a bunch of warriors there just, to do the same. And it'll be a great finale to their walk after they get down there and get in the water and put their feet in that beach sand. And I know that'll feel good, but you'll be able to just say thank you to you guys, for doing what you've done.
Have you worn out the shoes yet? Got some retreads on them, or they got good shoes? I hope.
They've been changed out lots of socks and using lots of baby powder. I know, trying to keep those blisters under control, but.
Well, look, it's just a great organization, and both y'all doing good things, like we said earlier. I'm just so tickled to have y'all on. I know our viewing audience, we got such a giving, wonderful viewing audience, and they amaze me, different things they do. And we all have this love of the outdoors and all. So I know some of them will be there, and we want to wish you the very best. But we still got a few more minutes. Tell us some Wounded Warrior stories of some of the different guys that you've met in Wounded Warrior. They're fascinating.
Oh, my goodness, yes. Well, we've had one that everybody in your viewing audience, Carter Hess, he's one. He's
I'm going to get Carter to come on the show.
He is something. Now, you need to. You need to have him on here. He's just a young man that's got just so much potential, as he gets up, getting older, and they all, as you watch these guys, they just have a vigor for life, which they should, what all they've been through. And I think as I watch them, it's an honor, just to give back to those guys and be able to promote some good, healthy fun for them. And they love the outdoors. But now, you just see these guys, they every time you meet a new one, their story, after a while they'll kind of talk to you about it and tell you what happened, and it's just it's amazing that they're here, and man, they love life, and that's what we need to do. Exactly. Yeah. We can learn a lot from them.
You can learn a lot from those guys. The few times I've been around them, I was so, like you, so impressed with their attitude and all, because a lot of people would be bitter and all that. And I think they've looked at life from a different perspective now. They've been to battle, and they've came back wounded, but they came back.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's so cool about it. You mentioned World War II guys. You still have some World War II guys?
We still got some World War II guys, and that's kind of where we started, with our outdoor adventures with those World War II guys and Korean guys and Vietnam guys, and you know, kind of our forgotten heroes, and they're not forgotten. You know that, and we don't ever, as a community, we don't ever need to forget what they've been through. And you know, to be able to have some of those old guys on the airboat, on the airboat, or out there fishing, or sitting in a turkey blind, or by an old oak tree with one of those old guys. Myself and one that just passed away a couple weeks ago in Bonifay, Bill Watson, he and I killed a double a couple years ago, 2 turkeys, you know, and it was amazing. And to see that old guy get all excited and jumping up and down, you know, and that part of that life, you know.
Well, that is a special generation. I know on the show here, we've had Greg Brudnicki, his dad, Greg brought his dad on the show, and he's a World War II veteran, and he still gets so excited about catching a fish. Amazing.
Awesome.
And that love and all. Douglas, we've got summer coming up. What's your plans for your summer?
Yes, sir. I'm glad you asked. I'm actually doing Summer Beach Project, which is through a campus ministry called Campus Outreach. Okay. So I'll be in Okaloosa Island working full-time and just learning about Jesus Christ and learning how to study Scripture, things like that. So
you appreciate this, talking about doing that. You're going to be right in the center of all the activity. I had one of my students this year, she went to Mardi Gras with her church youth group.
Really?
And they were right there in the middle of Mardi Gras. And I said, did you find anybody sober? She said, we got a few. But I mean, you know, for young people like this, you know, put that step forward and do things like that.
Yes, sir.
That's good stuff.
Yes, sir.
And Ajib, I know you've been around talking about rodeos and all. You used to do some rodeos, didn't you?
We did. I did, not really rodeo. We rode some bulls and rode bucking horses a lot. And, you know, so we had a lot of fun with that, and roping and doing different things. And
all right. So one more time, tell folks how to get to you.
Yeah, exactly. You can go to our GoFundMe page. So that's www.gofundme.com/ATO Walk Hard.
Okay.
And if you can't do that, you can email Coach, and we'll
get a hold of me. I will get into him and all. And Jeep Sullivan, it's Jeep Sullivan's Outdoor
Adventures.
Yes. Okay, got a big old truck. You see his truck. Yeah. Thank y'all for coming.
Thank you so much, Coach.
I appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you, Coach.
Good to see you again, buddy.
Good to see you too.
Thank you.
We always thank you for watching Panhandle Outdoors. We appreciate your viewership. We hope you do something good for someone else today, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.